Chapter 5. In this chapter we will learn about how the Internet works. Introduction to the Internet. In the late 1960s, the US Defense Department has launched the Internet. Universities feel that they may not function properly without a high-speed Internet connection. Professors have to be able to share their work with others. Students can stay in touch with their families, sharing the events of the day without extra effort. Discussion groups. We can meet people with similar tastes and preferences as ours. Questions can be asked, problems discussed, and interesting stories read. The Internet offers thousands of discussion groups on various subjects. The subjects may include environment, food, music, photography, politics, religion, sports, television, and so on. Entertainment. The Internet offers hundreds of simple games free of cost. Children as well as grown-ups can enjoy hockey, chess, baseball, football, cricket, and other games. We may have a good browse at current movies or listen to over 1,000 television theme songs. We may have several conversations even with famous personalities of the world. Email, electronic mail. The Internet enables us to exchange messages throughout the world with people, friends, colleagues, relatives, and even strangers we happen to meet on the Internet. Email is an exciting feature of the Internet, as we can send and receive messages over long distances also. On top of that, it is quite fast, easy, and cheap in cost. Information. Any information on any subject may be obtained easily by the Internet. We may have a good browse at newspapers, magazines, academic papers, government documents, famous speeches and recipes, works by literary figures, and whatnot. Online shopping. We may order desired goods and services on the Internet just sitting comfortably in our armchair at home. We need not to go out shopping. Items like flowers, books, used cars, computer programs, music CDs, pizza, and many other things can be bought. Programs. The Internet offers thousands of free programs. Some of these programs are word processors, spreadsheets, and games. Computer. An IBM-compatible, Macintosh or Unix computer may be used for an Internet connection. Programs. We require special programs to use the Internet. These programs are given free of charge by most service providers. Modem. Modem serves as a medium to exchange information between a computer and the Internet. Telephone line. All Internet information travel over the telephone lines or ISDN line. Integrated Services Digital Network, ISDN, is a line by which data is transmitted over digital telephone line. ISDN is 2 to 4 times quicker than the speediest modems. Use of ISDN lines on the Internet's World Wide Web helps to transmit or to receive text, graphics, sound, and video. Many telephone companies offer these ISDN lines. ISP, Internet Service Provider. It is a company which gives us the facility to gain access to the Internet. Getting linked with the Internet. Using the World Wide Web, Internet may be simplified itself as long as you have the right equipment and connections. You need to choose the right modem and the right ISP for yourself. Choosing a modem. You need a modem to get connected to the Internet or to communicate with other computers. Modems are devices for translating data from binary code to analog data that may be transmitted over the telephone network. There are two types of modems. Internal modem. An internal modem slips into an expansion slot provided in the computer. The phone cord is plugged into a jack accessible through the back of the computer. The internal modem is less expensive than an external modem. Internal modem takes up no additional space on the desktop and does not need a serial cable or an additional socket. External modem. An external modem is placed outside a computer. The modem rests under the telephone that hooks the computer to the outside world. One of the advantages of an external modem is that you may quickly check the status of your modem by looking at the display lights on the case. Secondly, it may be moved easily and set up on another PC. Modem speed. Modem speed is measured in bps, bits per second. Speed is the major concern when we are choosing a modem. If the modem is quicker, it will save time as well as money in future. The advantage of faster modems comes to light when files are transferred or downloaded. These modems take less time and save money on long distances and online services. So, while buying a modem, make sure of its speed. The faster the modem is, the better it will be. Choosing an ISP, Internet Service Provider. Making the choice to go with a particular service provider is not easy. There are several types of service providers that offer you different services and benefits at different costs. The service provider you choose should offer the following features. Local access numbers. If you have to dial long distance to get connection, you are going to end up with a steep long distance bill in addition to your internet bill. If you live in a remote area, you may not be able to avoid long distance charges. Internet software and instructions. Getting connection to a service provider for the first time is difficult. The Internet Service Provider should help you to set up the connection free of charge. PP or SLIP service, preferably PPP. PPP stands for Point-to-Point Protocol, SLIP stands for Serial Line Internet Protocol. Both PPP and SLIP enable you to get connection directly to the internet so that you can use programs on your own computer. PPP is the most preferred connection type. Reasonable startup fee. Most service providers do not levy a startup fee. They want you to try their services with the hope that you will become a regular user and pay your monthly fee on time. Unlimited connect time. Many service providers charge a flat monthly rate for using the service. Beware of providers who charge by the hour or minute. Some service providers limit you to 100 or 200 hours of use per month, which is sufficient. A technical support number. Occasionally, you might have to call for help. Make sure that the service provider is willing and able to give you support for which you are paying. Dial-up networking program in Windows. In order to get connection to your service provider, you need to create a dial-up networking connection. Having installed the TCP/IP protocol, you are ready to continue the Windows TCP/IP program, that is, dial-up networking that uses it. Before you start to configure the dial-up networking program, get the following information from your service provider. If you are using an internet connection or your network administrator, the phone number you will dial to be connected to your service provider, if applicable. Whether or not you will log in through a terminal window after you get connection to your service provider. Most people do not use a terminal window. However, if for any reason, the way you log into your internet provider changes from day to day or week to week, and, therefore, you cannot automate your login with a script, you'll want Windows to display a terminal window so that you may type your login manually. If you have a SLIP account, as opposed to PPP, you need to know whether or not your service provider uses compressed SLIP, known as CSLIP. Whether or not your service provider has written a script you may use to be connected to the internet quickly and simply. This script is usually saved to a file that you download from your service provider in the same way you downloaded your original internet program. Make a new connection. Number 1. Click on the Start button, select Programs, select Accessories, select Communications and click on Dial-Up Networking. Number 2. The dial-up networking screen appears. Double-click on the Make New Connection icon. Number 3. Enter a name, such as My Connection, for your new connection. Number 4. Click on Next. Number 5. Enter the phone number of your service provider. If you are getting connection through your network, enter any number. It will be ignored anyway. Number 6. Click on Next. Number 7. Click on Finish, and Windows adds an icon for the new connection to the dial-up networking folder. 8. Right-click on your new icon and select Properties from the shortcut menu that appears. 9. Once your service provider has told you that you need to be connected to the internet through a terminal window, click on Configure. 10. In the Properties dialog box, click on the Options tab. 11. Select Bring Up Terminal Window after dialing. 12. Click on OK. 13. In My Connection dialog box, click on Server Type. The Server Type dialog box appears. 14. In the Type of Dial-Up Server list, select the appropriate option, PPP, SLIP or CSLIP. If you are getting connection through your network, select NRN, Network Connect. 15. Click on OK. 16. If your service provider gives you a dial-up script that you may easily use to configure your connection, click on the Scripting tab of My Connection dialog box. 17. Click on Browse to select your script. 18. Select the script file from the list. 19. Click on Open.